We're ready, Judge.
Okay, let's go ahead and call the Hector Franco case.
In cause number 2023-0D03863, State of Texas versus Hector Franco. Announcement of counsel, please.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state, and the state is ready.
Your Honor, privileged to be here. Jonathan H. Huerta on behalf of Hector Franco, ready to proceed, Judge.
Okay, this case is scheduled for a judge's conference. And there is also a note that something is to be addressed by the judge. And I think there may be a pending motion to withdraw as well. Is that correct?
Yes, Judge. Yes, at that point in time, but yes, Judge, that's still current, Your Honor.
Okay, well, in terms of a judge's conference, where are we at with this case? Is it ready to be tried? Is it going to be set?
It's not ready to be tried, Your Honor. We're close to resolution. We do have a rec, Your Honor. The issue was that I was having an extremely hard time in getting hold of my client, Mr. Franco, but I see now that he's on Zoom. I technically live 3 blocks down from this address that was placed on the bonding company sheet. I suspect there should not be any problems after today in terms of my ability to represent my client, just for the fact that I've not been able to see him. But I hope that after today, it'll be smooth sailing, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Vandenberg, what is your assessment of this situation in this case?
Well, the trial is set. We have a first trial setting for February 23rd. I think it seems like Mr. Herta has contact with his client again. So the state is not opposed to Mr. Herta's relief.
Well, are you at, it sounds like he is now in contact with his client. So I think what we should do is just keep that trial setting.
Yes, sir.
If you all can get anything worked out between now and then, that'll be fine. If not, you'll go to trial on that date.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
The recommendation is in portal.
Okay. Mr. Huerta, it's my understanding there may have been some hearings on Zoom that you did not zoom in on, and I think that's what that note was about, but that should be, I think, addressed by Judge Pettis. I was not party to any of those. I don't know anything about those situations, so I'm not going to do anything with regard to that issue if it is an issue.
Yes, Judge.
So as of now, we are, we'll just keep the trial setting you've got.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Franco, good luck to you, sir. Okay, I now do see,
May I be excused, Judge?
yes, I do see Mr. Huffman. So let's go ahead and move on with the travel permit case. And
Yes.
let's call that one.
In cause number 2021-0D01305, State of Texas versus Natalia Argueta. Announcement of counsel, please.
The problem is the 2020.
David Vandenberg on behalf of the state.
Judge, Rick Huffman on behalf of the Public Defender's Office. I don't believe we've actually been formally appointed to this, but we did represent her for her plea, and we don't mind standing in and requesting this travel permit.
Okay, well, yesterday I was presented with a travel permit and asked to sign it. Ms. Argueta was wanting to travel for, I believe, 2 weeks. And it was for the purpose of attending a funeral for her son. I was obviously inclined to grant that, but was concerned the El Paso probation person looked through the records, and it appeared that Ms. Argueta had not reported since October of 2022. And that's almost a year. And it looks like there are some references that her reporting is that she is not fully compliant. So before I granted this, I wanted to hear from the probation department and from Ms. Argueta or her lawyer about what is going on and is she compliant or not compliant. So let me hear from the probation officer first.
At this point in time, Judge, I have tried to attempt contact with her. I had called her phone numbers, emailed her. Apparently during this time, she had gotten a new number. She had even gotten new emails. She said she had been hacked yesterday. I hadn't heard from her at all this whole time. However, we did, she was reporting prior to September of last year. The probation officer that was here, he retired in June. And after that, all of our cases, they became an issue in reporting. At that time, I was support staff. I became a probation officer in March of this year, and I tried to resume supervision. I never made contact with her to let her know that her probation officer had changed. She was reporting to the temporary probation officer in September. He did schedule her, and I have no idea if he made contact with her. There is no other documentation in the system showing that he had contact with her. So I have no idea to even be able to advocate for her at this point.
Okay, well, I mean, it is a request to attend, as I understand it, a request to attend the funeral of her own son. And I am going to go ahead and sign that permit. And I will sign it today. Ms. Argueta, I need to impress upon you the importance of staying in contact with the probation office and reporting as you are instructed to report and complying with the terms of your probation. It does sound like you are not totally at fault, and there were some issues with personnel in the probation office, and they may have somewhat dropped the ball. So I'm not going to hold that against you at this time. But you do need to understand that complying with your probation is important. Being on probation is an alternative to being incarcerated. So I am going to do this in the expectation that you take responsibility to make sure that you get fully compliant and do what you are supposed to do. So I hope you understand what I have told you, and I will go ahead, and I think the travel permit is here. If it's not, get us another copy and I will sign it today. And I am sorry about the loss of your son, ma'am. And when you come back from this travel, please focus on complying with all of the terms of your probation. Okay, that'll take care of that one. What is
Your Honor, may I make a statement for the record, please?
You may.
The state objects to this. The underlying case here is endangerment of a child. The endangerment was the use of methamphetamine while taking care of children, Your Honor. So because she has not been reporting to probation, the state has serious concerns that she is continuing methamphetamine use while taking care of children. So the state objects to the fact that she has not had proper oversight for almost a year now, in which time she could have, and she has in the past, used methamphetamine while taking care of children, Your Honor. That is all.
Okay, well, your objection is noted. Let me ask the probation officers, can you test her today?
At this point in time, she'd have to travel from Del City to Van Horn, but yes, I can test her if she drives her here today.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that you go. You're in Del City and you need to get to Van Horn. Go to Van Horn, be tested. Assuming the test is negative, you can use that travel permit. and go ahead and go. If the test is not negative, then you're not going to be able to use the permit. So that's what we're going to do is, and I want you to report to Ms. Hernandez here in El Paso the results of the test. So we'll test her today. And if the test is negative, she is on her way. Okay,
All right, thank
All
you,
right.
Judge.
so
Maybe-
good luck to you. Thank you.
Now,
ma'am.
Miss Carrasco, are you gonna prepare the permit or does the court?
We have the travel permit. Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you.
We have it. Thank you.
I've seen the travel permit. What I'm going to do is go ahead and sign it today, but it will not be used. It is my ruling. It's not going to be used unless we get a notice of a clean test.
Yes, sir.
I
Okay,
think we
everybody
all
understands
understand.
that's a condition that has to be met before she can travel with that permit.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
And Judge, my client is nodding and indicating, I guess she understands that that's not to be used unless she comes out clean, right?
that is correct.
Miss,
So make sure she understands that fully. Hoffman.
understood.
All right. Okay,
Thank
thank you all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you, ma'am. Okay, let's go back onto our other docket. What is the next one?
Yeah, the second one on page 3.
That is Cassandra Torres.
Correct, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead and call that case.
Because number 2022 0D01584, State of Texas versus Cassandra Torres. Announcement of council, please.
Until Ortega for the state is ready.
Chris Estrada from Ms. Torres, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay, this is set for a probation status hearing. So why don't you tell me the status of her probation?
Your Honor. Oh, thank you, Ms. Pineda, are you the probation officer?
Yes, good morning. Actually, her officer is about to log on only because she has updated information that I don't have at this moment. She's logging off from another Zoom hearing and logging on to ours.
Okay,
Logging on, it's Ms. Torres.
I see somebody just logged on.
Good morning, Judge.
Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, we are here today for a probation status concerning Cassandra Torres.
I mean,
Let me hear from you with regard to the status of her probation, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ms. Cassandra Torres started probation on January 24th, 23. And she never reported to probation. I had spoken to her on January 28th, 23. And I had set her up for an orientation for February. And she did not report for the orientation scheduled on March the 6th. I had also instructed her to report for a drug test, and she didn't report. She didn't report for her TAP appointment on March 28th. And so a bench warrant was issued April 26th, and a motion to revoke was filed on May the 12th, 23. She was arrested for that bench warrant on May the 2nd, 2023, and she was released from custody on August 11th, 2023, in the agreement that she was going to report to probation and continue with probation. She didn't report to me for the month of August 2023. I conducted a field visit on September 12th, 23, and I made contact with the property owner who told me that she no longer resided at this address. And then I got a call from Ms. Cassandra Torres on September 15th, 23. And I'm sorry, 18th. I had left her a message on the 15th and she returned my call on the 18th. And I now have her scheduled for orientation, Judge.
Okay, and the motion to revoke is still pending?
It is still pending, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Estrada, let me hear from you with regard to this situation.
First of all, Ms. Torres, when does she have orientation scheduled right now?
Right now, I have her scheduled for orientation for the 29th.
So
Tomorrow?
tomorrow?
10:30 a.m., yes.
Your Honor, we would ask that she be allowed to make the orientation and see if she is going to comply. It seems like there was issues with her where she was residing and getting in contact with her. She is here today. She's on the Zoom hearing and she has made an effort to at least schedule the orientation. We would ask that she be allowed to go through with that and see if she will be complying with probation.
Okay, well, I think she should go to the orientation. Is the motion to revoke set for a hearing?
No, not yet, Judge.
No, Your
But
Honor.
I think it's probably working its way through, but the state does intend to revoke this defendant.
Okay, well, I think she should go to the orientation. And we will see how that goes and how she is compliant or not compliant after the orientation. But then I think we also need to get a hearing, maybe within 30 to 60 days on the revocation and see what Judge Pettis wants to do. And at that point, Ms. Cassandra Torres will have an opportunity to demonstrate her willingness to become fully compliant, and Judge Pettis will make a decision as to how she wants to proceed. So let's go ahead and Ms. Cassandra Torres, you understand you do need to go to orientation tomorrow. And then there will be a hearing set in another 30 to 60 days or so, where a different judge, Judge Alyssa Pettis, who is the presiding judge of this court, will consider this entire situation and make a determination concerning your situation. So let's go ahead and do that. Are we ready on any others, Mr. Modufo?
I'm sorry, Judge.
Oh,
To
go ahead.
interrupt. I needed to mention that she was ordered to do ACOP. She did complete her ACOP jail commitment. I don't know if because she was ordered to do 60 days ACOP, the motion to revoke should be dismissed. I'm not sure.
Well, okay, if it is still pending, I think it should be heard. If she has done some time as a condition of her probation and that has resulted in a dismissal, then it's resulted in a dismissal. So then there is nothing pending. But
You-
if that is hanging out there, I think, we ought to have a hearing on a pending motion. If it's not, the state will have a decision as to whether they want to refile or don't want to refile. Okay, Ms. Cassandra Torres, good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor,
Okay.
may I be dismissed?
Yes, you are,
Yes, thank
you are dismissed. Okay, I think we are now up to, it's either Victor Dennis or Dennis Victor. I'm not sure of this person's name, the one on the bottom.